Hi, how are you? Hi, my name is Renee Abril, and I do these little, hopefully newsworthy, informational videos, hopefully to clear up some of the misunderstandings about what the Republican Party is trying to do. And I'm here to talk to you about the truth about the Affordable Care Act. And familiarly, we know it as, some people know it affectionately as, in fact, millions of people do, as Obamacare. It's actually, the true name of the legislation is the Affordable Care Act, and it was, Mr. Obama, the President Obama, gets all the credit for it as if he wrote it himself. But the fact is, it's not true, but it is in the interest of the American people. The health care law, including the individual mandate, was in many ways modeled after Massachusetts health insurance health care law, which Mitt Romney signed in 2006 when he was governor of Massachusetts. Now, let me remind you, Mitt Romney was the presidential candidate in 2012. In fact, he was the Republican Party's Trojan Horse. In order to secure the Republican endorsement to challenge the President of the United States, President Obama, Mr. Romney decided to go Benedict Arnold, Benedict Arnold, on the very law that he championed when he was governor of Massachusetts. The point is that the Republican Party is willing to sacrifice their hardcore belief that it is well and good to sacrifice children. When you talk about sacrifices and the Republican Party, it's usually the masses who have to sacrifice a lot so they can do their corporate welfare and other things. But in any event, they're willing to sacrifice the young, the old, it doesn't matter who, the in-between, the middle-aged, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I want to point something out. I don't think that there's a difference between a child getting health care and an adult getting health care. I think the barometer is that they need the health care. We saw those Republican crybaby. Oh, but the little kids. Oh, but the little kids. They're not getting their. They don't care. They really don't care. We'd be fools to see this cheap psychology as oh, but look, in their heart, there's something good. Well, if there's something good in their heart, why don't they want us to have health care? So, it's just semantics and baloney, typical of their party because they're such a mess. Similarly, I'd like to point out there was that congressman who was over at the Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C., and, he approached the ranger or park official, and shame on you because it's closed. Well, hey, fella, it was you who didn't fund the, and it's a miracle the lady was there because she was there without pay. But this is the kind of ignorance and this is the kind of stupidity and again, cheap psychology that they tried to put over on the American people, and in many cases they succeed. Because the brain-dead, long-time Republican is completely blinded, like a racehorse, with the blinders on. Sometimes people some race people call them blinkers. Whatever they are, they wear them. In any case, the amazing part is that Mitt Romney, right, because they felt that he was a candidate who could win the presidency if he were willing to sacrifice his integrity and muddy the crap out of his character, and he did that rather well in a traitorous manner. And this is why I believe he lost the election to You know, the black man, I mean, I still don't understand what the color of this man's skin has done to generate hatred. I like to judge people by their intellect, by how they really feel, by their ability to express love, you know. And I've always said about love, actions speak louder than words. It's a wonderful thing to hear a heartfelt, I love you. But it is far more important to exhibit that love, to demonstrate that love. They're both important, but one without the other is pretty much meaningless. In any case, this is why I believe he lost the election, Mr. Romney. To a black man, a man, I may add, who Mr. Obama is far greater than most men will ever claim to be or can claim it. Honestly, he's had to put up with quite a bit to these morbidly ignorant people. In any event, the Affordable Care Act is the law of the United States. The Republicans would have you believe that this present fight is about a defective website. Right. This present fight is about, the Republicans claim that it won't work properly, What's the big deal? Websites crash all the time. Which would you rather have? A perfect website or good health care? I mean, I don't think we have to answer that because we know the answer, right? In any case, I urge you to support the loving will of this great president who has accomplished what many equally great men and women have tried to do. And yes, I'm referring to Hillary Clinton. Absolutely. And that is that he has led the way for all American peoples to help themselves to good health care if they choose to do so. And those who don't have the resources to pay for it aren't going to be treated like cattle in a desert, without water. They're going to be treated like human beings and with dignity and respect. Isn't that what your God tells you to do? Because I believe in God. And I think there's a common sense necessity here for expressing love for your fellow man. It's not accidental that people are the way they are. So why are they crucified for it? Doesn't make any sense. In any case, President Obama is a great man, and they don't like that either. It's incredible that they're such poor losers, really. I've never seen a group of men act so childish, so immature, and so irresponsible as this Republican Party. Apart from crybabies, I don't know what else to call them. In any case, if you don't want the health care, don't get it. What's the big deal? If you have money and you can afford it, but you don't want it, we'll pay your fine and blow it off. But don't sacrifice the millions of people who need it. What kind of a perspective is that? Barbaric, maybe? I mean, some of these people who are fighting the health care law, the Affordable Care Act, are the very same people that will tell you to love one another. I gotta laugh at that because I don't think it's ironic. I think it's far beyond that. In some kind of fantasy land. In any case, you know, if they're selfish motives, they want to put over the historically abusive American, or in conjunction with the historically abusive American medical empire, you know, and they're happy with $700 aspirins. Well, look, nobody's holding a gun to your head, and we know there's plenty of those in America. So just don't do it. Just don't do it. When you get the hospital bill with the $700 aspirins or $1,200, I recently read a story, and it was qualified, about a lady who paid $132,000 for a month's worth of saline fluid, that stuff that drips in your body when you're in the hospital. $132,000. Wait a minute, I'm not sure if that was the saline fluid or if that was the lab work. They were doing lab work every hour on this guy. You know, the lab work, between the lab work and the saline, I think it was like a couple of $100,000. You know, hey, if you're wealthy and you want to keep paying that, or you want to pay that and stuff like that, you have that right, you know. And if you don't want the health care, don't get it. Don't get it. I guarantee you no one's going to knock on your door and force you to do anything. So, isn't it about time people stop crying like babies, in particular these Republicans? You know, they go from one stupid issue to another. Benghazi, 4 Americans died. Under Bush, a large number of diplomats died. And I'm not going to go into that right now, but it's fact and it's true. You know, you can hear them crying about that, you know. All these little petty skirmishes, I believe, are occurring because they have no talent. The individuals in today's Republican Party, in my opinion, and I mean this, are very low intellectual quotient individuals. You know, they think on a lower plane than intelligent people do. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. And their base, you know, apart from quoting well, not falsehoods, but issues, stories in the Old Testament that make no sense, are completely, I mean, it doesn't, I don't even want to go into it because they make no sense. In any case, you know, the way they project God is evil. You know, I don't know if he's evil or good, but you know, I'd like to think he's evil, but I think he's a little disinterested. In any case, I ask you to support the president, support the Affordable Care Act. You know, forget the president. He doesn't need your support. He's a powerful man. You know, but the Affordable Care Act, guard it, respect it, because in the future it's going to be a fantastic program, and who knows, America may become the beacon of affordable health care for the world. We don't know, but we have to go there, because where we've been is not where we, the people, can remain healthy. So, I thank you. Look, again, my name is Rene Abril, and I got a couple of books on the market. They're at Amazon.com or Google. You can Google my name. One of my books is How Do You Like Me Now? It's a story of some things that occurred in Missouri when I was a young man, and unfortunately I was forced, in my opinion, I wasn't forced to, but I chose to defend my life, and I killed a man. And I'd say that with, I can tell you, I struggled with it, and it was a source of many tears after the fact. That's How Do You Like Me Now is the name of the novel, and it's available in Kindle or paperback. I have another novel that's very nice. It's I wrote it with the intention to help young people understand the value of free enterprise through my country, Cuba's hardships, and the game of baseball. It's really quite a creation, and even today I ask myself where I came up with this creativity, because I like it so much myself, and but I have asked myself that question, and just one of those things. Sit down, start writing, or sit down, start talking, and sometimes good things happen. In any event, the name of that book is Pepito's Cuba and the Avocado Baseballs, and it's really literature. At least in my opinion it is. And if you'd like to, help out my cause, which is literature, check it out, please. Amazon or Google it, many other sites, Barnes and Nobles, etc., etc. Thank you and have a good day, and please support the Affordable Care Act. Write your congressman, email, do whatever you have to do, but let them know that you want them to stand behind this to the bitter end, because in my opinion, we're going to have 3 more years of this battle. I rest my case. You have a great day and a good week. Thank you.